Hi, Brad Redding here with another edition of On the Lesson Tee. This is a recent student of mine. Came to me with some issues about his golf game. His issues were lots of shanks, hill shots, on the bottom of the club face, hitting the sole a lot. Just had a lot of issues with making just good contact with the golf ball. The funny thing was that when he made these swings, he thought that if he did hit a good one, that it was a better swing than the one that he catches in the hosel on the sole of the golf club, so the golf ball actually goes into the ground and bounces up. So he thought that swing, and the one where he at least found the club face, is a different swing here. Where he at least found the club face, still in the shank, but he found the club face, and the golf ball got in the air, just goes dead right. He thought that swing was better than the previous one, the one he actually basically topped. And I said, it's not the case at all. It is the same golf swing, just you make some compensations at impact. Well, he didn't believe me. And I said, okay, I'll tell you what. We know these are two different swings. I'm going to put them together. That's why I love this system, is I'm able to show people that what they think they're doing and what they actually are doing are different. So I put them together, and I said, okay, you tell me the difference. I'll even draw a line here along the angle of the club shaft. We talked about his swing plane a little bit. And you tell me the difference. Okay, that's one swing. Here's the other one. Pretty much the exact same thing. Go back a little bit further. You tell me. Looks pretty similar to me. Top of the swing. Pretty much the same there. Top of his backswing. We're talking about almost identical. And then on the way down, same thing over here. So he started getting the idea that his golf swing is pretty consistent. It does the same thing every time. Now his ball flight obviously is not very consistent. But his golf swing is very consistent. He makes small compensations at impact that will change the result, or make it better, or make it worse. So I had to help him understand that first. And he said, okay, Brad, I get it. I understand. But I told him, I said, you know what? Your actual shape of your golf swing is not bad. It's not really that awful. It's actually pretty decent. If I draw the plane line there again, yeah, it goes inside. Base is a little shut there. Downswing does pretty good. Comes along that angle pretty well, a little bit underneath it. But at least that should be able to find the back of the golf ball. So he thought his posture, his grip, and his setup alignment were very good. And I said, well, that's really the issue. When you try to fix a golf swing, I said you have to back up. I always start with ball flight. I back up to impact and find out what's going on at impact to cause that result, the ball flight. Then I look at the downswing, find out what's going on in the downswing that would cause that impact. I back up again. What's happening in the backswing that would cause the downswing, and I back up one more time. What's happening at address that might be causing the backswing. So I backed up and I said, you know what the really issue here is that if I catch the golf ball in the hosel, I'm either too close or getting too close to the golf ball during my swing. So I said, what we need to do is first fix your posture. We talked a lot more about the path, which was very good, I thought, for him. But I said the real issue here is simply your setup. I didn't worry about where he was aimed. He's definitely aimed a little bit over here relative to the stick. I didn't worry about that. I worried about him making better contact with the golf ball. Now, obviously, when I got him there, he felt like he was about 9 feet away from the golf ball. He even tried to put the golf ball more towards the toe at his wrist because he thought he was too far away. So, again, I didn't talk a lot about his golf swing right now. I just wanted to get him to actually start finding more of the back of the golf ball. Again, still in the shank, but not as bad because the golf ball, as a result, goes more where his aim got in the air. He kind of enjoyed that. But once I got him to get a little more comfortable with the posture and the grip change I made, I started talking a little bit more about his golf swing. In terms of, I wanted him to start using the club face. For lack of a better term, I wanted him to swing the club head. Not to move it, to swing it. So I had to get his wrist more involved. That's why I made a little bit of a change in his grip. Not how strong or how weak it was, where it lays in his hands. And got him to start using the club face. So I made some swings here for him. Help him feel that motion on the way back of using his wrist. And I do that a lot with my students for one reason. One, I can feel what they're trying to do. They can feel what I'm trying to do. And I'll ask them, I say, now give in a little bit. Let me move this club and help you feel where it should go. And they get a sensation. I think you have to be able to feel it in your senses. He got a sensation of what I wanted him to do. So I kept on moving him through this, gave him the sensation for it, got him back to the top. But he got a sensation of how to use the club face. And as a result, pretty soon, he started making some better contact. Not right away, obviously, but this is a 1 hour lesson. I kept on doing it for him over and over again, moving him through it, and pretty soon, he started finding the club face. In the center of the club face, golf ball got in the air and went more where it's aimed. And I just kept on doing that. I've given him all the information he needs. Now I've got to do some coaching to help him or remind him of what we're trying to do here. Again, cut down on the shank. I step back up to him again. I move him through it again. Give him, worked on the grip a little bit. Have to understand how to use the club face. We're swinging the club head. We're not trying to move it. We're trying to swing it. And again, had him do that over and over again. And all of a sudden, what do you know? Right in the back of the golf ball, in the air, and by his reaction right here, you can see, man, I love that one. A little twirl of the club here. It's like that. You know he loves that one. So all I did was keep on moving through that over and over again until you get a better sensation for it. So I worked on basically 3 things here. And I try to do that in most of my lessons. I try to back up and find the root cause. I won't give them a whole lot of information because I've got to fix the real problem. Ball flight. Contact. And once I center in on those things, the ball flight gets better. So I worked on his posture, I worked on his grip a little bit, and I worked on him getting to swing the club head. That was where the issue was. So when you're working on your golf swing, try to back up. Find the root cause of the problem. It may be a little different than you think it was, but I tell you what, if the ball flight gets better, that's what it's all about.